Sharma sir. Yeah.
Yes, please.
No, sir, no, sir. Just I wanted to remind you that recording was not going on, so
Yeah,
it's starting.
it is started.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah. Mukhtar, how are you? And how this study is going on? What are you studying?
Yeah,
Hmm,
yeah, everything is okay.
okay. So,
Yes,
in
sir.
any,
But we have two untranslated courses.
Mhm. Okay.
Hello.
Mhm. Yes, I'm listening you.
Yeah, zero no, 12 and 14 or 13. Yeah,
Mhm.
both are not there on the LMS.
Okay, it will be coming, but meanwhile,
Okay.
just don't stop your study. Whatever is
Yeah.
available, just you can go
Yeah.
little ahead and
Okay.
study
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
rest of the things which are available.
Yeah. That is what I am doing now.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, so any difficulties you're finding in this? Any like some lessons or
Mm.
whatever you we have studied, or maybe whatever you are doing right now, currently studying and not getting anything from some of the lessons or whatever. Do you have any questions?
So I can say everything is just clear. Even the
Okay.
material are just so very huge, but they are all clear,
Mm-hmm.
understandable. Yeah,
Yes,
and the lecture
because
is very
the
helpful.
material is very it's full of quality and it's very precise.
Yeah, yeah,
There
yeah,
is
very
much. Yes. Speak up,
quality.
please.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yes, sir.
Yeah. So precise information is there. Whatever the concepts are there, I mean, the material is in the very limited, like what we say that for in a very short concept, they have tried to, but like the translators, the people who are there behind the syllabus, they translated, they created a lot of things in this syllabus. So I think when you are going through, I hope that you are getting good experience from this material,
Yes,
right?
sir. I am getting very good experience. The
Okay.
contributors did a lot of job, and very qualitative job. Yeah,
Yes,
we are
yes.
very grateful. Yeah.
Hmm. Since
So,
since it's tremendous, like it's great thing that you have lot of crucial information which has been like touched to every aspects of
yeah,
literature and translation.
yeah,
That's
very
great.
sure.
Yeah. Okay. So far you don't have any problem from whatever lessons we have done. I hope if you have, then you are always free to ask any question in any session, okay, or anything like related to the translation, even in the from the last sessions or maybe from the forthcoming sessions. You can ask anything. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
sir. Thank you.
All right. So. Uh, I hope that whatever I have covered so far till the today's session, I hope this is like very much helpful, and this has understood like so everything was like easy. I tried my best to make these everything, the concepts, whatever things are there in the syllabus. I tried my best to simplify those things. But let's see again. We have few sessions more, many information yet to come, many things yet to come in the discussion and in the presentation. So let's see if you have any questions or further also, so you can ask. Absolutely, the session is open for question answers. Okay. Okay,
Yes, sir.
let's go to this recap. Okay, what we have, like, since we have 3-4 days gap, so can you remind me something like what you did as last session, in the last session, exactly what I taught you. Okay, do you remember anything from the last session? I will show you in this on the screen also what we did in the last session, but let's try to guess what we studied. Okay, let me share the screen. We'll be having a short recap, and then we'll come on to the this. Uh, it's taking little time, so please wait. Okay, the major part from in the sorry, what we did from the last session. So let's take a look on the very take a quick look on the what sub concepts we have studied. I hope that my screen is visible, Mukhtar. Please make sure that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible. Yes, I can see.
Yeah. Semiotics, the concept of last session, last two sessions were on the basis of completely based on the language and linguistic approaches. Okay, how language is in the translation used. Okay, how vocabulary, how linguistics. Okay, different elements of linguistics. Okay, whatever the concepts were there. Okay, symbols, signs. Okay, paradigm, the syntagmatic analysis. Okay, what kind of whatever analysis, different types of analysis, and this all related, all the concepts related to the language we studied. Okay, so in the very first we studied the semiotics. Okay, then I told you that what was it about. Okay, the symbol of the study of symbols and everything like this. And second screen, sorry, slide, we can see the signifier, sign and signed. Okay, the concept of sign we have discussed, how the gestures or gesture, whatever you can say, gestures we have in the society, different society, we have different signs and symbols in the in the communication by conveying to convey the meaning. Okay, so we have studied this signifier, what is signifier and what is signifier and signified, sorry. Okay, so I have given the example of tree. Okay, how the the concept of tree is signified, and if you when you see actual tree, that is a signifier. But still, if you don't understand it, and if you are getting difficulty to gain a concrete idea about the signifier, so let's hope you can go through the study material which will be available shortly. So these signifiers, signs, and whatever the concepts we have here will be there with the help, including the examples. So through the examples, from the examples you will be able to understand definitely. Okay, so that will be a perfect way to understand these all concepts like sign, what is sign, symbol, signifier, signified. Okay, and then types of symbols like what we discussed last time: indexical, iconic, symbolic. Okay, see, if you don't understand anything, you didn't understand from the last session, whoever will be watching this video later on also, please, whatever I have taught you about this, because this is little technical issue, sign, symbol and signifier, new terminology is for you here in this particular session or particular paper, we can say. So please go through the last video also, and if still if you are not getting, then you can go through the study material. Lang parole, some of the concepts like sign, symbol, signifier, signified, and this same also lang and parole. This also we discussed with the examples. Okay, then understanding signs as a translator, why it was important. Okay, again this issue came here. This how the the qualities and the signs, symbols, the understanding of or knowledge of signs, symbols is very much important as a translator. Then how was it that we discussed from this particular slide. Some words or signs are not available in other language. Signs and words may have different meaning in other language, convey appropriate meaning. Okay, so overall, what is it? As a translator, you should understand all the, or you should be very good in the language and linguistic concepts, whatever we have. Expressions, grammar, signs, symbols, everything you should know. Okay, from both the language, target and source language. Then syntagmatic, paradigmatic. We have given the examples here. Okay, Paul is bathing a dog, or a dog is bathing a ball. So what is it? Alteration of word combines may change the meaning. Okay, so we cannot change only the, we can change, alter the sentences, we can change the positions of the word and just translating it. No, then you will be facing the problems and difficulty in the grammar. Okay, so grammatically that meaning will not convey. Then similarly paradigm, it is a set of associated words. What associated words? The words like this. What? See, you can use a similar word or maybe some associated word, the categorical word. Okay, from the same one. Then paradigmatic analysis of sign, like I have given the example of the food restaurant. Okay, like okay, as a translator, how we should be very aware, very much aware about the meaning, very much about the culture, and then all the aspects which comes in there. Okay, so I have given this example about the restaurant. Okay, when you go to restaurant, what do? You just order what you like and that you eat, right? So similarly, as a translator or in the translation task, what you do generally, what the words are very appropriate for that novel, for that text, for that whatever the material is there for translation, you should use that. Okay, so as you only order that food which you like, which you want to eat, similarly in the translation also you should use the words which are there or which should be there in the translation. You cannot like you cannot do like this, like the syntagmatic thing, like you can just getting any word and putting somewhere and making some kind of sentences and which the sentences are not appropriate. Okay, syntagmatic analysis also we have done. Stylistics, then we have gone through the stylistic, what is the style of writing and then everything. As I told you that, as I discussed you, how the style is different, language style is different in each sector, each category in the society. Like for example, advertising, politics, literature, linguistics, religion, okay, philosophy, scientific or technology, whatever the sectors we have. So language style is completely different in the each style in the each sector. Okay, so then we have studied with language style and language, what is it exactly. Then stylistics and translation also. Okay, stylistics and translation, so there are general, there are three types of styles, how in the translation. General style, which is about the social and cultural geographical context is used. Okay, object style, whatever the object we have. Scientific, for example, scientific style, office style, what is your object of translating? Okay, so you provide the scientific knowledge or you just giving the information of office or a government office officials. So that is your objective style or object style. And genre style, genre style is literary, related to the literary works like poetry, drama, novel and criticism. Semantics we studied later on. Okay, what is semantics? Like all about the meaning. Okay, how to understand meaning, how to convey the meaning in the translation. So and then we lastly we have seen these types of meaning, seven types of meaning. What is denotative meaning? Like the dictionary meaning of word. Connotative, the meaning which we convey from our sentences. Okay, different kind of sentences. For example, it is very hot here. So it, what does it mean? Somebody is feeling like hot, and he or she or whatever the person is there needs a fan, needs AC, air condition. Okay, whatever this, like, a cool place, or maybe a need of glass of water. So convey something from a different sentences. Then meaning, what is the meaning? Collocative meaning. Okay, heavy smoker, I have given the examples which which can be created from two words, from two words, by combining together. Then social meaning, affective meaning, and reflective meaning. These all meanings. I hope that you have gone through these, all the things which we studied last time. Okay, so it was this last session. This all about was all about the about the language. Uh, so this was all about this, and then let's move on to the next session. So let's see. This is a new paper for you, and this is a new session for this paper. Translation fields, or fields of translation, whatever you can give a title. Okay, so here we have some of the fields. Okay, what is the field? Field is like, sectors. Okay, now sectors we have, like, film sector. Then we have politics. Okay, political sector. Okay, completely different world, we can say that. Then administrative sector, and then business sector. Then we have entertainment sector. Then we have this educational sector, tourism sector. Okay, literature sector. These all are the fields. In that particular field, we have different kind of literature, way of writing, and use of words, vocabulary, sentences, idioms, whatever. Okay, so we have differently, separately in each of field. And that's why from this session, from this particular paper, we are going to study the different fields in the translation. Now whatever fields we have, like administrative field, film, whatever, advertisement, different kind of fields. And in that field, translation, as a translation, how it is important, how it works. Okay, everything which is related to the translation with that field, we are going to study. So particularly from these two sessions, today and tomorrow, we are going to cover a huge points and huge things which conveys the importance of translation. Okay, the way of translation, methods of translation. Okay, a lot information will be there, because I think this session will be important for the people who are just they are willing to achieve some kind of job, or to get some kind of jobs after the after immediately after the course, this particular course. So you also feel like this, I will talking about some of the opportunities which we will be having after this particular course, translation studies. So maybe this you can try your hand in those sectors, these fields, to get a good job. Okay, as a good translator. Since as a translator you have a tremendous ample of opportunities as a translator. See, you can see in the film, in the news, in the now you can see. Let me tell you a very good example of having a good opportunity in the translation. You may have seen or maybe you are watching, or maybe you may have like watched, or you may have used the YouTube. Okay, YouTube. On that platform, you are watching thousands of videos and short videos, reels, or whatever we have. So you may have observed this particular thing, that lot of video makers, or like whoever is making video, vloggers, we can say, people are making some of the videos and getting, earning good money, and spreading knowledge, or doing entertainment and everything. Okay, so you may have observed this on YouTube also. Some video makers, or some of the people who are creating videos, they are using subtitles. Because if suppose I'm making a video, and video, content of video, or the topic of video is highly related to the global
Excuse me,
society.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you presenting something or only lecture?
No. Yeah, we have this here.
Sir, there is no slide. That is why I'm asking, sir. Please.
Sorry, I didn't get what, sir?
There is no slide.
There's no slide.
There is no slide. Your screen is not visible if you are presenting something.
Yeah,
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 sir. It is visible, sir. I can see
visible.
it. Yeah, I can see it.
Acha, how come I
Administrative
don't have?
language translation importance.
Oh,
That's because,
okay,
yes,
then
sir.
continue. I don't have. Okay, no problem.
Yeah, yes, sir. I can see it.
Okay.
He is able to see, sir. Then it is okay. Please continue.
Yeah, yes. I thought that I forgot to share my screen and then I was reading this. No
No,
problem.
but
Sorry, sir. Okay.
I'm not able to see. That's why I asked you close. No,
All right. No,
please.
no problem. Not an issue. Okay. So number of video makers and some of the YouTube channel owners, they are using the subtitles now for even for 10 minutes video, 5 minutes video, whatever. Okay, see the for example, the video, as I was telling you that I'm we making a video in my language, Hindi language from India, and just I want to spread it out across all over the world.
नमस्कार सर।
Getting my point? And in that case, yes, hello, welcome. Okay, in that case, what I want to do, I want to make some kind of language in my video, because from Hindi language video, nobody is going to understand how people are getting people will understand what I'm trying to tell from that video. Maybe I'm doing some kind of entertainment, maybe I'm doing some kind of providing some kind of knowledge, showing some kind of culture, anything. So people are having subtitles in the 10 minutes of 5 minutes and 15 minutes video also. This could be a great opportunity to start working with these kind of people who are just having subtitles, or requiring some people like you who have done a good translation study course or whatever, or a good exam experience of the translation. Okay, so this you may feel some of the opportunities I'm just presenting here on the screen, so you will feel like that, but still this will be very good for you to having a great knowledge about the different fields, and how translation takes place in that particular field. Okay, so we have a lot of fields here in this presentation. Maybe we'll try to cover all these fields of translation today itself, and if it is not, then we'll continue tomorrow also with the same topic, because it's a very important. I feel it is a core, because why you all are doing this particular course, I think everybody's answer would be like, to get a good opportunity about translation, to get a good job, or to earn a good money, or apart from this also having a good command over the translation. Okay, so these common answers I hope you also have in your mind. That's why you are doing this course. So for that, the very core from the translation studies, these things are there. Okay, because you will find the opportunities and everything will be from the, let's see what kind of information you will get, and you will be feeling like satisfied. Okay, so very first field of the translation we are studying here, administrative field. Okay, administrative. Administrative related to the government, related to the offices. Okay, I hope that you understood the word, you are getting the word administrative. What is it? Okay, administrative completely related to the offices, government, and the what do we call for this, the written part of the system, we can call it. Okay, so the very first, administrative field. Okay, then why do we need this? Why do we need a translation? Okay, let me tell you here one very good example. For example, take example of India. We have more than 30 states. Okay, 32 something around like. Okay, every state speaks a different language. Okay, all the states have their own mother language, mother tongue language, whatever we call it. Okay, their official language, state official language are completely different. Okay, and but as a nation, as an India, we have a national language, that is Hindi. So the Hindi is completely different from all the state languages. Okay, now the point is here, whatever government is deciding, however government is running, however that government is giving to the people something like that, something, okay, by the government, or how the government is working, many things they are adding, they are like deleting many things. Okay, whatever government is doing, that government from the central office of the nation, they should inform to everybody. In this case, as a national language Hindi, we cannot expect that everybody will speak in the such a huge country, everybody will speak Hindi or understand the Hindi. Yes, of course, everybody should understand. But if a particular state or particular people or particular group of people, particular society don't have that much command over Hindi, then what happened? You, that state, that society, that particular group, region will not understand what the government, central government is talking about. Okay, for that reason, to make a government interconnected with the all the offices, sectors, departments, we need language and its translation. Now Hindi will be whatever the orders, whatever the letters, whatever the circulars are coming from the central government in Hindi language, that translates in the different state languages like Tamil, Telugu, Marathi. We have lot of Indian language. We have a lot of Indian languages. Okay, state languages we can call it. So importance of administrative translation. Why? Number one, to maintain the national integrity. As I'm telling you that from the central government, the government is, or maybe prime minister, the president is telling something to all the states, telling something to whole population of the country, then it's very important to have a good translation here to express the government object. Now as I'm telling you that government is like having some kind of object, okay, having some kind of aim to develop something, to develop particular area of the country, develop particular sector of the country like education, okay, to update something. So to express the government object, that people will not, other state people will not be able to understand. I hope that this example will be there in your country also. Like some of the countries have, like India, have national one language, one national language, but in the different provinces, different states, we have different languages, state languages we can call it. So I hope that you also have such kind of experience in your country. If don't, then that's absolutely fine. There's like they rarely needs an the translation within the country. Okay, but let's see, to express the government object, what government, what prime minister wants to say, president wants to say, in that case we need translation. To maintain cultural unity in the society. See, as we have different languages, we have different subcultures also in each and every state. Okay, so that is also very important to maintain such kind of cultural identities within the country. We need a translation. Okay, through the lot of plays, poems, books, novels, we understand the culture from culture of different states and regions. Then the next, to understand by the majority population. Okay, as I'm telling you that one language, if I'm talking in one language, my all states will not be able to understand. So translation is needed there. So majority population should understand. And then what will understand majority population? Majority population will understand Hindi language in India. Okay. Understand? And then they understand Hindi language, and then they translate it in their state government language. Okay, whatever the objects, whatever the things are coming from the central government, they translate it in the state language, and spread among the people in the state. Then the to smooth management among the states and provinces, of course, all the government staffs, offices, then circles, whatever we can say, departments, okay, are interconnected with each other. So in that case, to running the smooth government, okay, from different among connecting with the other different what is that, departments, offices. So we need a translation. Then to maintain the connectivity among the different departments and governments is a similar example we can say. So why the translation is important here? These are the points, okay? So why translation is important in the administrative field or in the any field? So you can have or get a general idea from this. Okay. Okay. Now, as we are studying here administrative language, so some of the features of administrative language we have here. Okay, what are the feature? Remember this. I taught you the registers of language. That is a beautiful part and very much important part of the translation studies, because we study, we see every language differently in the different sections or sectors, fields. Okay, so that's why you please remember this when we are talking about administration and government. So language will be different. Then how it will be, you can see on the screen. Excuse me. Okay, we're in number one, comprehensibility and unanimity. Okay, what is the meaning of this word? To understand, okay, clearly, and no confusion in the language. Okay, as we have studied the types of meaning, there was a type, there was one type from that point, connotative meaning. So what is connotative meaning? As I told you the example, convey something from your words or sentences. You are not telling exact word, you are not using exact word or sentences, but using some kind of different words and different sentences, you are trying to convey a particular meaning. Getting my point? Yeah, it's clear. That's why government language is more comprehensibility. Okay, comprehensive, we can say, that people will understand clearly. And government never use any substitute word, associate words, or whatever synonym word they use. Government officials use only the exact word, which will not be confused any person in the state, any person in the country. Okay, so this is a major feature of the administrative language. In order to maintain clarity in the official work, okay, then the message is conveyed in a simple manner. Whatever, like sometimes you may have seen some of the notice, government notices, you can see they just write the clear idea, clear message in that notice, which will be understandable by the reader or listener, whoever is there. Okay, so there is no confusion, and simple to understand. This is the first feature of the administrative language. Okay, then we have impersonality. Impersonality, there is no the part of a single person in the language. How? See, for example, I am directed to inform you. Okay, I am directed to inform you. I am directed to request you. Draft reply is put up for approval. Now nobody will write that I want, like the examples like this. I want this information and please provide me this information. No. If you're using I, then who are you in the government? Because government is not a single person, not a somebody like, he is asking or something like that. No, there should be impersonality. there is always a designation, there is always a category of that department, and that department speaks, that designation speaks, that office speaks. Okay, so there is no single person will speak, they will not. Government never uses language which feels like that one person is asking something or one person is telling something. Okay, so language like I am directed to inform you, I am directed to request you, I am directed to like request you, like whatever we have, we can say this is the example we have here. Okay, so no personal relation of officers can be found in the order. Sentences are made as a part of administration. Letters are written on behalf of administration, not from a particular person. For example, I'm an officer of municipal, like commission or whatever said, like government office or police station office. Okay, so I cannot write on my own. As a part of administration, as a part of government, as a part of office, I am using that language. Okay, so personal information, personal relation will not be there in the office language. Then the third one, suggestive sentences. Okay, what is suggestive sentences? Orders are exchanged among the officers. Okay, higher or lower officers don't write like orders. They write like suggested by the administration. Okay, very rarely you feel or you see that somebody is ordering to someone. Very rarely, because government never says that. See the example. I am directed to inform you that please, whatever is just like you do this and you do that. See the language. I am directed. I am not telling the rules, regulations, or maybe the higher authority. Okay, the rules of government is asking to do this or do so. Understand? So that's why nobody will suggest. It's a part of government. Okay, you can take the example here. Get the approval of minister. Okay, issue this later soon, provide the information, etc. Okay, I want the information, give me the information. No, this language will not be there in the translation of or any administration language. So they will write only provide this necessary information as soon as possible. Okay, or maybe issue this later to the persons who are related to this. Okay, see this. I want you to issue this later to that person and tell him not to come tomorrow for the job. No, this language will not be there. Suggestive sentences, suggesting. I'm not telling anything. But the government part, the rules, the government, the administrative way of working, everything is suggesting in that. So suggestive languages or sentences will be there. Formal language. Now, what is formal language? What is formal language? Informal language and formal language. Informal language, what we speak, what words we use in our with our friends, in our family, with our close circle people. Okay, maybe like family members, friends, society members, neighbors, we can call it. Okay, understand, colleagues. Okay, so in not all the time colleagues, but in some cases colleagues also. Okay, so formal language which we use very respectfully. Okay, only the formal language is used in the official communication. Okay, no slang words, no like bad words, no friendly words. Okay, the formal language only. Administrative communication takes place between the various administrative posts. That's why various formal words are used. For example, respected sir, dear sir, his excellency, thank you for replying this, regards, sincerely. These all words will be there in the written form of any official language. Okay, so words like respected, dear, his excellency, her excellency. Okay, like thank you, regard, sincerely, all this will be there. These languages, only the formal languages are languages, like formal language is going to be used in the administrative language. Okay, see, nobody will write the name of the officer. Sometimes, okay, sometimes they will write the name, but they, if they are writing the name, they have to mention the designation below the name. Okay, so respected sir, dear sir, these are the formal words which people uses in their language, specifically in the administrative language. Okay, the next word is specific terminology. Okay, specific term, in this language we have a specific terminology, administrative vocabulary we can call it. For example, like officer, commission, word, order, circular, gratuity, sanction, approval, rejection. Okay, see all this, meetings, sessions. Okay, gatherings. Okay, all these words will be there, and these words will be using in the administrative language. See, we cannot say organization, we say commission. Okay, understand? Okay, officer, we generally say officer. We cannot say a respected person on in that position. Okay, so specific terminology in your study material, you have a lot of examples. I'm giving you one or two examples to understand it clearly. But specific terminology also, we have in the language, and the examples also you can see in that. Then number five, administrative expressions. Now, what are the administrative expressions? See, no action is oral, only written form. Now, administrative expressions, it's a very important part here. No action is oral, only written form. Okay, nobody will say that, okay, I will do this tomorrow, I will send this notice tomorrow. Nothing like that. Okay, they will write whatever they want to say, whatever they want to convey, they will convey. The officers, okay, I'm talking about the officers, will convey in the form, in the written form only. Okay, no oral actions. Okay, understand? Even they write whatever they want to say, whatever they convey, what want to convey in with other officers, they write letters and they convey that. No any other oral actions. You take the example, some words are used as an expressions of administration. For example, by written forced, delay regretted, for approval, for favor of necessary action, do the needful, this is to clarify, for information, etc. See, these expressions you will find in each document of administration in the offices. Lot of words like this, lot of expressions like this you will find in the written form of communication, or in the office documents, whatever order, circular, whatever we have. Getting a point? So this administrative expressions, spatial expressions will be used in the, and that particular expressions will be used only in the that language, administrative language. Then the next one is abbreviations. Now, abbreviations are widely used in the administration. Okay, people never write, people do not write the long words or complete names of the some of the designations, some of the departments, or some whatever. Okay, so generally people, to avoid lengthy writing, to avoid full names. Okay, just they use abbreviations to convey the meaning. Designations, name of the departments, and technical terms are written in the abbreviation form. For example, BDO, Block Divisional Officer. Okay, whatever the BDO is there, so he will look into the development of that particular block. Okay, so you can see you may have this designation, or you may have this person also in your municipal, the offices. Okay, then VC, Vice Chancellor of the University. See this, right? Without writing, or instead of writing full complete word, Vice Chancellor. So see VC. CEO of any company, CEO any office, bank, okay, industry, whatever. chief executive officer. So writing this complete word chief executive officer, like they write like CEO, okay, to the CEO of this bank, to the CEO of this office, whatever you can write. Then AD, assistant director, okay, assistant director, etc. These all abbreviations. Abbreviations generally used for the designation of the people in the government and names of the department. Getting my point? Okay. So a lot of abbreviations also are used in the administrative language. So first of all, we have to understand the complete thing, this the specific or special area of administrative language, because it's very important how that language is different from the regular language. It is should be understandable by the all translators, whoever wants to translate any official documents, the governmental the documents, we can say circulars, memorandum, memos, whatever we have in this. Okay, so first of all, the first duty of translator is that I understand the language of administration. Okay, so I'm not just talking about the Indian administration, but these are the very general topics, general things about the administrative, any administrative language in the world. Your administrative language will be also little similar with these kind of things. Okay, so comprehension ability and anonymity, impersonality, suggestive sentences, formal language, specific terminology, administrative expressions, and the most important abbreviations. This will be helpful to understand your the language how is used in the administration, or in the offices, in the government, or in the private offices also. Okay. Okay, now come to this basic requirements in the administrative translation, or as a administrative translator. See, you may have this thing like, in your country also, because in India we have this, we have a lot of translator, government translators, okay, who generally are recruited for translating government documents, government orders, government resolutions, government meetings, government objects, whatever government is doing. So they want the translation to tell other people in their country, across the country. Then we have these the designations or people like as a translator. So here we need to remember, if you want to become an administrative translator, you want to become get a good job in your government to translate different languages, in the different languages. Okay, so these the qualities you should have. Okay, now what are the requirements in the administrative translation? Simple language, no ambiguity. Okay, language should be very simple, no ambiguity, because government, what government is telling, that exactly should be understandable by the people. Otherwise you are writing some kind of literary words, conveying something, using connotative meaning, okay, conveying something, writing one word and conveying something different, then people will get confused and they will understand something different from the context. So simple language, no ambiguity, no any other words, no synonyms, inappropriate synonyms, nothing. So try to avoid the confusion, okay, in this particular translation. Use of alternative. If alternative you are using it, okay, that you should know the exact word or exact meaning which will be fit into the translation. Okay, so you have to have a good knowledge about alternatives. Okay, without that knowledge, you cannot change the meaning, you cannot transform or transfer the meaning. All right. Use of alternatives, knowledge to use of alternatives, meaning should be conveyed easily. Okay, any person in the country, he is reading, whether it is high qualified, highly qualified, too much education has done, or a person who is little, with little literacy, only can read and understand. and write a little one. So every person in the country should understand the meaning. So meaning should be very should be conveyed very easily. So every person should understand. Only that government is writing something and only the high educated people are getting. That's not good part, and that is not good in a translation as well. Okay, so meaning should be very simple, as simple, use simple sentences and convey the simple meaning easily, that people should not get kind of to have some kind of extra efforts to understand this particular. They will not, like, if for example I'm not getting any word, sorry, any document, so I'm trying to find out the words in the Google, trying to understand the use of sentences, then it will be waste of time for that people or for that person. Okay, so meaning should be easily conveyed. Then maintain the various stereotypes a particular form. Okay, particular form, like, whatever you are, like, you're talking about something in that particular department of the government, then use the particular things in there in the translation. Appropriate synonyms. Okay, of course you should have, as I told you, that use of alternatives. So similar part, appropriate synonyms, you should not use that you only have the knowledge of the synonym, so please use this, and then that translation is done. No, don't do that like that. Okay, so if you still you have good knowledge about synonyms, alternatives, please understand the context of the sentence, why we should use that particular word in this in the translation. Okay, so context is also important. Without context you cannot use any synonym for anything. Okay, so these are the basic requirement in translating administrative document. I hope that this will be very very important from your exam point of view and the exam knowledge point of view. Okay, please remember this. If you want to write it down, write it down. Basic requirements in administrative translation, these are the points, how, what kind of requirements we have in this particular field of translation. Then types of administrative documents. Okay, as a part of government translator, or as an employee of government translation firm, we should know all the different kinds of documents which are created, which are created in every day in the offices. Okay, so and why we should understand this, because again, the every and each kind of letter document in the government has its certain format and structure to write. Okay, so that's why very important to understand few names of the documents in the administration. Very first, number one, office letters. Now letters is very important, and letters you may have, like, you may have, like, you may be a good familiar, very much familiar with the office letters. Letters will be like, applications. Okay, you're trying to write some kind of complaints, you're writing to inform something to the government, or to the from the government something is informing to the people, or maybe to the office, among the officers. So office letters, general, all application, like all applications. Okay, so for example, you have problem, water problem in your area, so you are writing an application to the water supply officer or water supply office. Okay, so very general application will be there. Okay, so all office letters will be the same, what we understand as an application. Okay, next one, mandate. Mandate, official order to do something. Okay, we don't say here order. Okay, but it is a mandate. Mandate, it is guideline to do something. Okay, for example, I'm a higher authority person, so I can write this mandate to inform, okay, to my lower level colleagues, okay, to do something, to follow something, or take an action on something. So mandate is a kind of office order which conveys to do some kind of action in their that job. Okay. Okay, what we have that, let's see, in the next few slides we will have the examples also. Circular. Circular, what is circular? Government circulars are the important information to circulate among officers and administrative staff. Okay. Circular for informing something, maybe some, like, for example, we have a holiday tomorrow, there is off tomorrow, there is no office work tomorrow, so they will write a circular, due to this kind of reason, due to this kind of problem, that we will not be having a office tomorrow. They will inform these kind of information through the circulars. So why circular? To circulate the information among other peoples, all the officers, whether it is higher level, whether it is lower level. Okay, circulating information among the officers in the administrative staff. That are the circulars. Office memorandum. Government special order to run daily office work. Office memo we can also call. Okay, office memorandum. Okay, government special order to run daily office work. For example, all office needs to do something special on this particular day. Okay, so the higher officials will write a office memorandum to all the people to do this kind of thing, or whatever the the task for that day only. Okay, so office memorandum will be a special order to run daily office work. Okay. So for example, we have to do this and we have to complete it this today only, because we have this problem tomorrow. So whatever reasons may have. Okay. So office memorandum. Then office order. Office order issued by authority or senior employees. Okay, office order, for example, office order, for example, the higher authority wants to send a lower authority person or lower employee to some other work outside of the out of the office, or maybe out of the state, to visit somewhere, or do something, get some information, get some documents or whatever. So office orders which a higher authority person gives to the lower authority persons in the written form to do some kind of particular work. So office order. Okay. uh, then the sixth one, this notification. Notification is, this notice. Okay, government gives some kind of notice or something that you should understand, that you should learn. Notice for paying the tax, notice for bill the pay the bill of electricity, water supply. Okay, or maybe some notice of garbage, notice of whatever notice will be from government, okay, to the people. Okay, and again notice will be like the same also, what something like, government officers or a particular office is notifying something to the among these officers. So last date of application will be notified. Okay, the last date of tender submission is will be the last date, will be notified from the notifications. Then the resolution. Okay, we have a lot of meetings in the administration. Okay, in the different offices. Okay, and in that meeting, in that conferences or seminars, people decide. Okay, all the government people, all the higher authority decides to do something. Okay, decides to some kind of solutions on the problem, and that solution, that firm decision is decided by the higher authorities, what we call resolution. Okay, like, all the higher authority people of the society, of the city government officials came together and then decided to supply the electricity free for 1 month. Okay, so they have a firm decision, they have taken this decision, they have decided firmly with the suggestions of among the other colleagues, higher authority persons and everything. Okay, so resolution is a firm decision by the authority. Understand? So these are the documents, these are only few documents, not all the documents which we have, because government has lot of documents on property, documents on lease, documents on like, like, for example, selling, buying the property, other different kinds of documents we have. Okay, but these are the major that you should understand what kind of documents we have in the administration. So please understand this. Okay, then we have the some of the samples. Okay, here. Okay, I hope this all the documents you understand. Okay, because as a translator in the government, you have to translate all kind of documents like this. Okay, you cannot say that okay, I cannot translate office orders. Okay, give it to somebody. No, that's not good, and that will not happen. As a translator in the government job, or as a translator in the any offices in the bank or wherever you are there, so as a translator you should translate all the things. Not only you are experts in the office letters and you are translating only office letters, so government will not appoint another person to translate mandates. Getting my point? So it's very highly important to understand all the kinds of documents in the administration, whether it is office orders, mandate, what is circulars, office mandate, memorandum, office orders, notification, resolution, what we have. Okay, again you have to remember here all the structures of writing these kind of documents: structure of application, okay, structure of mandate, structure of these all circulars, notification, resolution will be completely different than each other. I hope you remember how you write a letter to your school teacher, letter to your bank manager, letter to your, like as I told you, that complain about something to the offices, government offices. Okay, so how you write letters completely different. The structure of writing: write the address and then write the subject. Okay, and then write the respected sir, madam, and then write your matter, and then at the end of the page you write your sincerely your name. Okay, regards, thank you, whatever the greetings you have, that right there. Okay, so no, see the, for example, notification, like in the notification there will not be any name, there will not be any subject, there will not be any respected sir, madam, something like. Okay, all the terminology, all the words, format, structure of the writing, structure of the particular writing will not be there in every documents in the government. See, for example, notification, so there will be, right, there will be like sentences only like this, this is to notify, or this is to inform you. Okay, it is to inform you. Okay, for example, all the students are informed that we have a session tomorrow at this time by this professor. Okay, so notification, there will not be any respected student, respected teachers, no, nothing like that. Okay, circulars also. Okay, mandate also. All these things you understand, completely understand. The documents of governments, documents of administration will be completely different than each other, and then you have to understand it, and then you will be able to understand the translation of this. Okay. Oh, wait a minute, we have some of the examples or samples, we can say. Maybe I'm not sure whether you can see this, but in your study material you have also a number of samples about the documents. Here I have only taken only two. Office order, sorry, office letters. See the example of how the letters are being written. See the top, on the top of the page, no number, we can say. Okay, government of India, so government of whatever you can write. Directorate of, or director of education, director of um, um, health ministry, like sports ministry, sports, or maybe you can write anything instead of writing director of whatever. See this at the right hand side of this, on the corner, New Delhi address and date is there, dated on this dated it has been written. And you can come to the left side, um, like to the civil surgeon, a certain hospital, civil hospital of this or civil hospital of Delhi, whatever. Okay, the address of that person to whom you are writing. Then the subject, I know that this you know that, but still just we are just polishing it. Okay, just is highlighting it. Subject, medical examination of Shri, whatever, Mr. Okay, Mrs. Okay, You can see that, and then dear sir, dear madam, or directly you can sir, madam, you can say and give a comma and then start writing whatever your matter. Okay, what is it like? Shri or Mr. ABC is being considered for the appointment of as upper division clerk in this office. Okay, so office letters will be like this. It is requested that he may be medically examined and a certificate of fitness be sent to the office. See the language, okay, how the language is using here. And at the end of this letter, you will be like, yours faithfully, your sincerely, regards, thank you. You can write like this. What is that? Greetings, you can say. Okay, and then you can see your name there, son of or son, daughter of, whatever you can write, or maybe you write your name directly, and then you can sign there, or whatever. You can give some kind of like presentation there in there in the form of sign. Okay, office letters will be like this. Okay, maybe let me tell you this. Maybe you may have question. Okay, to translate this, I don't know whether you will be able to write the Hindi language, but you should understand the structure of this writing this the particular documents. Okay, so you may have question in translating these words. Okay, sorry, these documents. Maybe you have opted for like different kind of languages, then you may have question like this is the office letter, please translate it into the this language or target language, Hindi, English, Marathi, whatever, maybe in your language. So maybe let's see whatever question, what kind of question you may have. So but understand this. Okay, just you can as a practice, you can just take this screenshot, or maybe you can google some of the office letters in English. Okay, and then you can translate those in the in your own language, and then search the office letter in your language, and then check how you have translated. Okay, how you have translated on your own, and how the exact office letter is written in your language, so you will see the difference. Okay, as a practice, you can find you can follow this. Then we have here one more example of the document, office memorandum. Okay, so what is office memorandum? The like some of the officers or hierarchy persons are directing something. Okay, informing something to do daily work, whatever, like we have. I'll write this if you are not able to see this. Sorry, I read this. Voluminous number of individual TA bills in requested of the late sitting of official working in the various branches in Directorate Delhi are being received almost daily in bulk. As such, individual bills have considerably increased the number of PUCs tremendously, resulting separate calculation on each bill, time consuming schedule for dealing assistant and branch officer. In this connection, okay, in this regard, the director administration has approved order that all the branches are hereby advised to submit the sanction of late sitting bill in the regional office officials posted in their respective branches as per performa attached for greater efficiency and promptness in disposal of such bills. Enclosure as above, and there is a sign, and then there is distribution. The same letter has been sent to these people, number of people like PS to DM, what is PA, personal assistant to director. Okay, Rajya Sabha, what is it? Rajbhasha Shakha, and then cash branch or general branch, whatever. Okay, this is office memorandum, a particular special order to do something in day-to-day work of office. Okay, here in this example, they are loaded with some of the bills, TA bill, traveling allowance bills. Okay, every day bills are, lot of bills are coming. Okay, some people like are submitting late, so the particular order for that solution where they have when they are loaded with number of bills to come and finding facing difficulty to complete those bills in the given period of time or in time, you can say. So the officer, whatever VK Pathak, Assistant Director Admission, he has written this office memorandum. We can take the example how the office memorandum is being written and inform the others to change some kind of daily work for today or maybe for 2 days, 2 3 days. So these are the two examples: office letters and office memorandum. Different way of writing, different structure of writing. You can see this. There is no respected sir or respected madam here. No subject and no madam. Similarly, in the office letters, we have a different structure. Okay. Then move on to the translation and humanities subject. Okay. So this was only one sector. Okay, this was only one sector about translation in administration. Okay, understand? We have lot of sectors, fields in this particular session we are going to study. Okay, where particular sectors, fields we can say where translation is necessary, translation plays very important role. Okay, so very first today I talked about the administrative language and administrative translation. I hope this is clear. This is a one field of translation. Okay, we have several fields of translation here. I hope this is clear to everybody. Then the second one is it is related to the education, translation and humanities subjects. Translation and humanities subject. Now, what is humanity? What is humanity? First, understand this. Humanities are the subject of art, philosophy, history, literature, language, linguistics, religion, all the things. Okay, the subjects which belongs to faculty of art. Okay, so it means that humanities subjects or humanities. See the example, but not the science subjects like physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics will come in this. No, only the subjects like philosophy, history, literature, language, linguistics, religion, everything. Okay, but no subjects of science, no subjects of any related to the science or technology. Okay, so first of all, understand the humanity. What is humanities? Okay, humanities is the branch of knowledge, we can say, philosophy, we can say, in which we study history, economics, literature, language, linguistics, philosophy, religion, culture, politics, okay, tradition. Okay, all these will come in this. Okay, so translation and humanities subjects, this is very much important. The second field, we can say, field of translation, we can say. Okay, translation in humanities, what are the requirements? As I told you that the subjects are there in this humanity are completely different. Okay, philosophy and everything, there is no science and there is no technology, there is no discovery in this. Okay, so only subjects related to the arts. Okay, fine arts and arts, whatever subject related in it, that we have here in the humanities. Now, translation in humanities, when you are translating novels, historical books, historical documents, okay, philosophical books, okay, philosophical thoughts, all, and then again the very important religion books, religion philosophy, religion thoughts. You are translating these, then you need to have a particular knowledge. You need to have a particular understanding of that subject. Okay, so what are the requirements? Let's see. Very first, knowledge of subject area. Okay, knowledge of subject area. A person or maybe a professor of history subject will not translate any literary work. He will not translate, he cannot translate, or he may not translate a play of Shakespeare. Like for example, Hamlet. How he can translate? Because he doesn't have the knowledge of that subject. He is a professor of history, so he will translate only, he can translate only the related books, or books related to this history only. Okay, he will not be translated any other word. So the very first thing, that if you are translating in humanities in any subject, so you should have particular knowledge, you should have the knowledge of that particular subject, so subject area. Okay, you cannot translate any other. Terminology. Okay, so you should have a very good command over terminology. If I'm translating a novel, okay, and novel is as all about society, then I need to understand the target language, and in that target language, whatever we have the words, we need to learn and we need to use it. Okay, so terminology is very important. Why terminology important? Let me tell you one more example to understand in a very deeply. Terminology, for example, I'm trying or translating a historical book. Okay, and take the example of the book of literature. Okay, two books, the translation of two books will takes place in a different manner. Okay, terminology means what? Words, vocabulary. Whatever words, whatever vocabulary we use in the translation of historical book will be completely different. Okay, they will like words like abbreviations like AD, okay, CE, BC. Okay, see, these are the symbols, or say what is the terminologies we use in that particular that subject. If we are translating history, you have particular terminology, you should have particular terminology. If you're translating a geography book or geographical fiction, geographical document, so you should have a great knowledge of geography. Whatever the words will come into that, whatever the terminologies come in that, so you should have a great knowledge about this. These are the requirements. Okay, knowledge of area, subject area, and the words which we use in that particular subject. Then the selection of alternatives. Selection of alternatives and terminology. This is the core part of translation. So these points will come again and again in each kind of translation. Okay? Understand? Without words, without vocabulary, we cannot translate anything. That's why a terminology, the word will be completely a important crucial part in the any translation, any language of translation. Selection of alternatives, okay, synonyms, alternative words, associated words, we should select as per the requirements. Don't forget my example about the restaurant, wherever when you are going to have your dinner, lunch, whatever, and just you are ordering a food which you like it and you are having it. Similarly, in the translation also, you cannot use only or any alternatives. Okay, what is the meaning of this? Okay, write it down, no problem. Okay, write it down in the translation. No, you cannot. You should select appropriate alternatives, appropriate synonyms, which will be fit into that meaning. Okay, so it's a way basic requirement. Then thematic expressions. Okay, thematic expressions also we have studied this in the last sessions also many time it came in the last session. So thematic, whatever theme, whatever the core, whatever the plot of that translation text, for example, okay, the idea, the knowledge, a moral, we can say, what comes in that, so we have to express as it is. Okay, we cannot mix any different kind of expressions and emotions and make something different in the translation in the target language. We should not do, we cannot do that. Thematic expression, whatever the meaning, whatever the idea is there from that particular text, you should express it is as it is exactly in the target language. Okay, and then the very last point, and which is very important, linguistics feature. Linguistic features, we can call it. Okay, linguistics, how the language, for example, words, structure of sentences, okay, idioms, phrases, phrasal verbs, helping verbs, okay, figure of speech, figurative verbs, okay, synonyms, antonyms, every aspects of linguistics or linguistic feature we should understand. Okay, linguistic feature you should understand. For example, you are translating a poem, so language will be completely different, diction will be completely different, sentences will be and emotions will be completely different. So linguistic feature of a particular language, or a particular subject, we can say, you should understand first. Okay, so these are the basic things. Only I'm taking very short, okay, very few points, because it's not possible to cover number of things in this session. So sorry for this. I'm just putting 5 4 5 4 5 4 points on the screen in my presentation to make you to understand the basic idea about the concept what we have here, like translation in humanities requirements, whatever the requirement. Okay, so these 5 requirements, or maybe you can extend your what your points here mentioning here, you can add here in these particular requirements, but these are the basic knowledge of subject area, terminology, the selection of alternatives, thematic expressions, and linguistic features we have here. So this is very important. After the administrative work, or after the administrative document, the humanities subjects, translation in the humanities subjects is very important. Language, literature, history, whatever we have this translation, when we are doing translation we need to have some kind of knowledge. Okay, and then you can have a good, you can be a good translator in the humanities. Okay, so the humanities was the second field, we can call it, we can say it, second field of translation. Okay, so okay, I hope you understood, or you can see in the market number of literature books, number of language books, number of historical documents or books, we can say, have been translated into the different language. Okay, history of India, you can see number of translated in number of languages in the world. Similarly, your histories, your country's history also maybe translated, may have translated into different languages. Okay, so translated, you can see the translation will be completely different than the other fields of knowledge, like social science and whatever, science and technology and everything. Okay, so humanity is a very basic, related to the art and fine art and religious, literature, language, philosophy, linguistics, all these kind of subjects. So this is very much important in the translation. Okay, so remember this, humanities deals with these all subjects. Okay, and we can have a lot of examples, maybe in the next after 2 sessions we have the examples of the translation of the humanities, like novels, short stories, poems, how that literary work has been translated into the different languages. So we are going to discuss in that, discuss those points also. But you please remember this, translation in the humanities, what it means. We can remember these subjects which comes in this, and you should remember this, the basic requirements of the translation in the humanities. Understand? Then come to this one, the third point and third field, we can call it, we can say third field, social sciences. Okay, social sciences translation, or translation in a social science subjects. Oh, okay. Now come to this. What are the social science subjects are there? Social sciences studies history, politics, political science, archaeology, cultural study, social work, geography, anthropology, etc. Okay, understand? Okay, basically this also related to the humanities. Okay, this is also related to the humanities, but some of the books are completely different, and which we call it the as a social science or social science study books. Okay, so remember this, all these all books related to the humanities, it belongs to the humanities. Okay, but it is more related to the social activities, society, government, politics, history, all related to this. So that's why we call it social sciences. Okay, so translation in social science is also a different field, we can call it. We can sector of translation, we can call it. Okay, so remember this, all what kind of subjects come into this social sciences: history, politics, economics, archaeological or archaeology, anthropology, geography, geography, social work. Okay, and then cultural studies, philosophy, literature, and then that will religion also come here. Okay, so these all in what we studied in this, also what we have seen this in the humanities also, some subjects will come into social science also. Why we call it social science? Because some of the subjects are highly related to the social aspects, like politics, history, whatever, geography, social science, and everything. Understand? So translation in social science is also a kind of field of translation. Okay, now what how is social science language? Okay, these are the basic points what we studied uh, in the last few slides also. So this is also a important part. We can call it uh, social science language, how it is, and what are the features of the social science language we can have. We'll take part this part. Conceptual language. It has direct meaning of certain concepts. Okay, concepts from the society. Okay, concepts from the religion. Okay, concepts from the philosophical books. Okay, so it has a direct meaning or direct meaning of concepts. Okay, what kind of concepts we have? The concepts of equality, concept of gender studies, concepts of politics, concepts of government, concepts of legislative assemblies, concept of like whatever administration part also come in that. So any kind of word is there, it has a concept, it has the meaning, a particular meaning in the social science. So that's why, so the social language has social language has more emphasized on the conceptual meaning or conceptual language, we can say. Okay, so there will be a direct meaning of a particular concept or particular word. That's clear. Conceptual meaning, a direct meaning of a particular word or particular concept, we can say. Okay, there is no other alternative for that, and there is no other meaning for that word. Okay, so you can say that that is for example, constitution. That is a particular concept, and that is a particular language. Sorry, meaning is there for the constitution. Okay, understand this. Government, particular verb is there and particular concept is there. So there is no other thing, other any meaning for the words in the social science. Then simplicity will be there, everybody, everywhere, wherever, whatever you are translating in any kind of subjects. Simplicity of language will be there. Language is used in a very simple way without any literary language or a figurative language. Okay, in this, for example, I'm reading a story of Genghis Khan. Okay, historical book. Okay, I'm reading a story of Napoleon Bonaparte. I'm reading a story of a book of what do we say that Adolf Hitler. Okay, so in these things or in such kind of documents, historical documents, writers or maybe or the translators don't use any figurative language or some kind of special words, special idioms, a particular idiom. No, they will not use, because they are not writing any literary work. They are writing some kind of social science. They're writing on social science subject. Okay, so there will be a direct language or language in a simple way. There is no a kind of poetry language. You can take example of poetry language. The poetic language or a word of poetry will be different. So in social sciences we don't use. Then objectivity. Objective is a clear of writing a particular incident. Okay, the story of World War II, or maybe incident of World War II. a particular incident, or maybe a or information about a particular culture, Irani culture, Western culture, Asian culture, okay, African culture you are talking about, whatever your object you have, okay, that should be clear in the writing, in the translation also. Okay, so if you are writing about a particular incident, so what is your objective? So I want to convey that, and I want to translate that particular incident in other language. So that was my objective, but I should not mix anything in that. I should only translate as exact we have that incident in the source language. So objective should be very clear, and we can see in the social science language, the writers, the authors of the social science books, they keeps in their mind the objectivity of writing or translating these the social science books. Then narrative information, narrative is information in is in more narrative sessions, like like somebody is telling the information on some kind of things. Okay, somebody is speaking on Mahabharata, somebody is speaking on culture, somebody is speaking on Bible. So he is speaking on one by one sentences, a long sentences or long paragraphs he is writing. Okay, so in social sciences we do not have any changes in the structure. They only narrate something. They only, the writers of social science book, they write the narratives, the narrations, you can call it like a story, for example. The writing and writing and writing in on, and in a long book creates, like the story, the information about something, society. So narrative form also is there. That is a feature of a language, or that particular way of writing is used in the social science language. Then the abbreviations. Abbreviations are also used in the different social science books. Short forms can be used in the writing. Okay. Similarly, in the administrative language also we have seen some of the abbreviations. So in social science also we use social science thinkers, social science philosophers. They have created some of the theories on society, sociology, theories on politics, theories on history, theories on culture. And in that theory, these social science writers, we can say social science authors, we can say, they use different kind of abbreviations, different kind of particular words they have, they use in this particular language. Okay, so the social science language will be completely different than the other language what we have in the humanities. For example, what language we use in writing novel, what language we use in writing a play. So that language will be completely different from the social science language. So if, for example, take a language, take example of language of geography book. So see, the language, when you read geography book, the information about the different continent, culture, landscapes, okay, deserts, okay, the atmosphere. See, the words will be completely different. The sentences will be completely different. And when you compare this with literature, English literature, a novel, a play, so you will find the difference how the language is used in a different way in the social science book and in the literature book. Okay, so let's understand this first. Okay, three things we have studied today. The first field of translation is administrative administration. For example, administration, in that administration we have seen some of the examples, samples of the documents in the in the administration, the types of documents we have seen. This we can see on the screen. I am zooming it out. um, Office letters, mandate, circulars, office memorandum, sorry, office order, notification, resolution, all these documents which comes in the administrative translation. Then translation of humanities, the subjects related to the language, literature, religion, history, linguistics, philosophy, this comes. And then we have the requirements, how we can translate humanities books These are the requirements. And then lastly, we have seen this. We are discussing it, the translation in social sciences. Okay, so book of anthropology, archaeology, geography, social work, cultural studies, they all comes in the social science language. And then last we have seen this, the features, we can say features, or we can say a type of language we have here as a in the social science language. Okay, so I think we actually we should stop here for today, because we have a lot of things ahead also. The major challenges in the translation, then scientific translation, technological translation. These all fields we are going to cover. Okay, different fields we have here. So that also will cover in the next session as well. But I hope this those two sessions will be highly important to understand the sectors, the fields in the translation, and this will be helping you after the course also to find a great opportunity, to good opportunity as a good translator. Okay, in a particular field in science, social sciences, humanities, administration, or wherever you want, wherever you would like to go. Okay, so these all information will be very helpful. So rest of part we will continue tomorrow in the next session. Whatever sectors and fields of translation we remained today, will come to those parts tomorrow in the next session. We have few minutes here, so I'll stop my screen share, and then move on to the question answers if you have.
Yes, any student can ask question, please.
No, sir.
Sir
I
has
think
anything? Yes, yes.
everything
Come in,
is
madam.
very,
Come in.
the explanation is very clear, sir. I'll just like to add up something like you've been saying, like about the translation that we've been doing, like for administration purpose or legal purpose. I'll just like to share my experience with the team here. I've been working in Mauritius here at the embassy. I'm in charge of. I'm a journalist by profession. We've been working. I still remember when I was supposed to be going to the headquarters, police headquarters for translation. So it's important for a translator, like you've been saying, we need to know the practicalities, the technical words, the technical terms is very important, so as we are able to deliver. Because when we've been talking about translation, it's not about only translation word to word, but even we have to make sure about the translation at that period of time, taking into consideration different contexts, the wordings and everything. I think whatever you've said today is very straightforward and very easy. Like if in India, different regions have different languages. I think even for different countries, like in Mauritius here, our mother tongue is Creole, but we do have, I remember we had expats from Bangladesh who were speaking Hindi, and I was there to translate whatever they were saying into English language, because here in Mauritius, English is our the language that we use to communicate through legal papers. So I think whatever you've said today, I could feel myself connected. Thank you, Bala sir. It's really honestly, whatever you presented today, I'm sorry I resumed the class a bit late due to work, but honestly, whatever you've said today is very straightforward, and I believe, though it is administrative or court matters or whatever, it's very straight that while we are doing as translator, we need to take the responsibility that whatever we are saying is very important. I'll just give an example. Let us say the judge gave sentence to death. Okay, if a full stop, a comma, whatever we are writing while doing translation is very important. You'll be agreeing with me, Bala sir. I can
Yes.
see you moving your head, because if I just say the judge said, comma, and then it's continuing. Maybe it didn't mean to kill that person, right? But if we say the judge
Yeah.
gave sentence to death, full stop, बेचारे innocent आदमी की जान भी जा सकती है.
Yes, yes, of course, because the meaning will be different if you are using punctuation marks in a different way. Completely. Yes.
Exactly. Yes. That's why I'll say, honestly, Brala sir, today I really appreciated
Thank you.
whatever you've been taught. This is my second class with you. But honestly, I've prepared myself before entering the class just to have a bit knowledge of whatever you're going to deliver. But for me, it's fine on my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much for appreciation. Thank you so much. Of course, of course, some of you are just working as a translator, or maybe you are a part of administration in your country, maybe in your area, in your region. So this information is also important, but this will be like a practical sessions kind of thing. Like you will be realizing yourself that, oh yes, these are the things what we are studying in the translation studies, that is completely we are seeing in the practicalism. Okay, day to day translation and the day to day part of your administration, we can say. Absolutely correct. And I agree with this, that everybody will have this kind of experience, we can say, when they have some kind of the task of translation in a particular administrative work, like whether it will be related to the judicial system, police, maybe it will be related to the medical language or medical registers, okay, the government part, or whatever parts we have. So you will realize that, because this is the structure, this is the basic structure that we are discussing in these sessions. If you understood this, then your translation will be very easy for you, because this is the theoretical part. You get the knowledge, what is translation, what are the technical issues, what we have here, why we are studying it. And just not like what we see, just I a lot of time I told you that translation is nothing like, sorry, translation is not only transforming one word into another language. No, there are some of the some of the technical issues, words, vocabularies, the perfection, what we call in there. So everything should be there, and that is going to be a good translation there. Okay, and you will be good translator. So let's see more than this. Also, we have a lot of fields again ahead. So I'll try to cover in this next session also. Yes. Anybody else?
Mr. Mukhtar Goni, do you have any question?
No, sir. I don't have any questions. The lecture is so clear.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you don't have any question, no problem. So again, you can watch this video, and maybe you can go through the study material which will be available for these sessions. Okay. Soon, very soon. Okay. But I'm just taking a very concrete part on my in my presentation, but still, you please go through the study material as well to having a great idea and the very deep idea about the all the concepts of whatever we are discussing here. So I hope that you will go through the study material as well. Okay.
Thank you, Professor. So we will
Yeah.
stop here for today, and
Yeah.
we will meet again tomorrow.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. We'll resume the session tomorrow. Okay.
Thank you
Take care.
so
Bye
much.
bye.
See you then. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, sir.